In tonight's programme, we're going to have a look at the highlights of December 2016 from the Telford Tigers. And also, we'll be chatting to players Corey Goodison and Adam Jones on Icing Tonight. Sends it up to the point. Silverthorne off the boards, gets the break, goes with it. Silverthorne puts it onto the back post. Puts it into the back post, and it goes forward from Macaulay Haywood, having a right hand over the top, throwing it in, and Miller's going toe to toe, and he's got 3 or 4 headshots, and then drags it down. Still has it. Zabo being sort of marked out the game by Tom, and the shot comes from forward now. Babrea with plans. Babrea walks in, shoots,
and he looks up his own rebound and
Zabo, and he's not happy about that. It was a late hit, the hit from behind, and you see the players. Welcome to Icing Tonight. We're joined in the studio by Corey Goodison. Now, how did your hockey career start for you? When did you first discover the game?
Well, I was about 12 and my mum was like, oh, we'll go ice skating. So I was like, oh, let's try it then. So I got there, went on the ice and I called it every word under the sun, like, oh, I hate this. And then next week my friends were like, oh, you want to go ice skating? I was like, oh, we'll try it again. And I just kept going every week, and then one of my friends from school was playing ice hockey and I was like, oh, I'll come and try. So I tried and just started from there.
So I mean, it's difficult, isn't it, when you're just learning to skate and you start playing the game at an early stage, because often there's players just like yourself, but there's also, we've spoke to players that have been playing since they were 3-year-olds, so they've got like 10 years on you in many respects. So playing hockey and training in Solihull as it was, how did you find that sort of each week? Was it quite a tough ask to start with?
At the start it was just like learning the basics, so like skating, passing the puck, shooting. But after that, like, it was just until I moved to Coventry, really, I didn't really want to start playing properly until then, because I was like a really big kid, didn't really want to play, just done it to like go out there and try and hit people. So it was just a bit of enjoyment. Yeah.
So at what point did it click for you and you started to realise that actually you got a lot of potential in being able to perform and play at a higher level?
I was about 16, I moved to Coventry to play 2 years under 18s, and the coach was like, you can come down for a trial. I'm not going to guarantee you any ice time or even make the team. And I was like, okay then. So I've come down, first training, he was like, oh, you're in the team straight away, like, made it. And then further in that year, I got asked to go to GB. So I went to GB and then made, I think it was the reserves, so it was a big achievement really, my first main year of ice hockey.
This is an amazing whirlwind. And how did your family feel about this? Because did they have much to do with the sport, or have they suddenly been baptised with you just wanting to do it?
It was just like one of them. Like, I went there and started trying it, and then my dad just like was back me all the way. Really, he was there every training, every game. He'll take me anywhere I need to go. So he was the one really who got me to where I am.
Fantastic. Now, the transition, if you like, from what you were playing in Coventry to Telford. You first came here to join the NIHL, didn't you?
Yeah, I come here at ENL 2 seasons ago, just to ENL, and then people was like, oh, to train with the Tigers, you have to be really special and like you have to be another level. So the one training was Tom. It was a training at 6 o'clock in the morning, pre-season.
Wow.
So we got off the ice at 12 o'clock, got home at 2, and he was like, would you have to come down in the morning? I was like, yeah, no problem. So I come there, and ever since that day, I've never missed a training with him, just train every day. And then getting asked to sign was really big.
Talk me through that. I mean, how did that happen?
It was just, I was playing here now, and then I got selected for the GB20s for Tom. And then I've went away with them, come back, I played. I got back off the flight at, I think it was 3 o'clock, and I had a game at 5 o'clock in Solihull. So I've got there as fast as I could, played that game, and then he rang me up the next day saying, how would you feel about signing for us? And I was like, definitely.
Fantastic. Right, let's have a look in our slow cooker at our castle roll of questions and see what can come out for you. Look at the nervous grin on his face. Look at it, look. What's your signature meal to cook?
Oh, I'm not a cooker. Never
So
cook.
what if you're at home alone and you've got to make something to eat? Are you going to starve? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'll just probably have a little pre-packed meal and just put it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
What's your favourite meal for somebody else to cook for you? Maybe your mum's cooking or whatever.
I do like spaghetti bolognese. It's a
Okay.
good meal.
Next one. What do your parents to consider the best thing that you've ever done? If we were to ask your mum or grandparents or whatever.
Probably getting picked for GB. It's
Yeah.
probably one of the main things up there so far in my career. I'm probably winning the title for Tigers.
And to be
Yeah.
to be decorated. I mean, in terms of your education, have you finished at school and uni
Yeah,
now?
I finished at school. I work part-time with my uncle as a labourer.
Right.
And then I've got another job coming up in the summer at Edgbaston Cricket Ground.
And what are you going to be doing there?
I think it's the billboards, like doing them, and then I think I'm going to India next year in the summer to do it.
Wow.
So
is cricket a big thing for you?
No, it's just my girlfriend's brother does it, and then he was like, because obviously I was hockey, and then he said, you can come and work with me in the summer, and then he's just said, we'll go and do that.
So you're going to do billboards around cricket pitches in India.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to spend your summer. Do you have any pet hates? What really annoys you, grinds your gears?
Pets hate spiders.
Right.
Oh, can't deal with them things.
So spider
Really
in the
can't-
shower.
yeah,
Who would you
couldn't-
most likely to call on to get rid of it? One of
Gotta
your
be my
teammates. Yeah, your dad. All right. Corey, it's time for a keep uppy challenge, which could be interesting in your flip-flops, but hey. So
Oh
you
my
stand
God.
over there. Right. Worst score is 1. So get 1 and you're on a par with 2
Oh,
other players. 21 is the score to beat.
Well, I ain't going to beat that.
Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll have 7. 7's respectable. Welcome back to Icing Tonight. We're joined in the studio by defenceman Adam Jones. How are you, sir?
Good, yeah.
Now, you have an interesting story because your junior career started right here, right?
Yeah.
So, at what age did you first discover hockey?
I think probably 7 or 8, we were actually visiting in Canada. We watched a game with my brother and my parents, and we just fell in love with it. After that, we came back here, started doing skating lessons, got on with the beginner session, and yeah, just went from there.
And then you went through there, and you started playing junior hockey here in Telford.
Yep.
At what time because the family then moved over to Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about, and how did you feel about moving away from your friends?
I think we were really excited to move. It went on for years trying to get a visa, and I think they loosened the regulations, so it made us able to go over.
So how did it feel to skate out in this building for the first time in a Tigers shirt, having watched them when you were knee-high?
Yeah, I think it was the first time walking in was the main thing. We walked in, I think we had a meeting up here actually, and then obviously skating out was pretty cool too, but the big moment was walking in, kind of hadn't been here in 10 years and just remembering everything.
And it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
There are not many changes. And then, I mean, when you look now, so you've got your university going on, you've got your hockey, you enjoying playing here in Telford?
Yeah, it's been a really good year. Obviously, we've had a few ups and downs, but I think that makes it more special, winning the league. And
how do your family feel about you returning to Telford, having made the move to Canada? I mean, how did that conversation go around the kitchen table?
I think it was kind of like a kind of not surprised, kind of just like no way kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of
Because of
laughing
all
about
the
it.
teams here
Exactly.
to be back at home effectively.
Yeah.
And I mean, the town had changed quite a lot in your time away, hadn't it?
Yeah. So none of that. There's
All the South Water build and everything.
yeah, all that stuff. There's they still have the park, but I think they kind of expanded the building. Yeah, it's changed a lot. This they've definitely modernized.
The
quite a
big
bit.
slide has gone.
Yeah.
Right, let's get in our hot pot to a casserole of questions and see what comes out for you. So, okay. What movie or song lyrics can you quote? Is there anything out of a movie or a song lyric that had come about in a quotation?
There's a lot of Will Ferrell movies that everyone quotes. Old School, Step Brothers, I think, another one. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Fantastic. Right, okay. Favourite sport other than hockey?
I played lacrosse, liked lacrosse. I actually like playing badminton too.
Right, okay.
So those would be the two, I think. Yeah.
And is that to play? What about to watch?
To watch.
Do you watch any sport?
I like watching football actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have
I
a
like
team?
watching that.
This could alienate half the audience.
Used to support West Brom when we were younger. I went to a few games with my dad. So yeah, probably them.
Fantastic. And if we asked your housemate or parents what's the most annoying thing you do, what would they say?
My mom complains that there's crumbs on the floor whenever I cook. And I always leave the door open when I walk in the house for some reason here.
Well, oh, okay.
Like if we all walk in after practice or something.
You just leave the front door
Yeah,
open?
I don't know why. I just always forget to close it. So that's probably.
And they're always on your case?
Yeah.
Right. Keepy uppies. Over you go.
All right.
There's the ball.
Sleeves.
21's the top score. 1's the worst. Give it your best shot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. We'll take 11.
Now we look at the Telford Tigers when they took on the Sheffield Steel Dogs on the 4th of December 2016.
Now, Clouch has been refereeing since you were playing. Very experienced referee. My odds are a quick early penalty to stamp his authority and then let him play. Let him get on with it and just keep it rolling.
Well, he's one of these guys that lets the game flow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We like referees like that. We don't want to whistle every 2 minutes. You know, the game's got to flow, but yeah, just going back to my earlier comment, Myrna's definitely there, so he's served his suspension. He's going in for this first face-off.
So the Tigers are lining up with Davis, Clarkson, McEwen at first to hit the ice. The referee Cloudman drops the puck and they're already tangling at the front of the ice there. Myrna and Davis lining each other up. Myrna going with the hit on Clarkson. First shot of the game comes across from McEwen across the front of the net, and Sheffield going out hitting hard early doors, Alan.
Well, Myrna's renowned for this,
Oakford across to Clarkson. Clarkson with a wrist shot.
There's a danger man, Myrna
sends the
back
puck
there.
around the boards. Kirk comes in hard. Liam Kirk, we've time and time again, every time he's played here in Telford for Sheffield, noticed his skill and testament since he was last here.
You see Myrna there just give a shot at Dan Scott after the puck.
And a goal comes in. It was Clarkson. Drives forward and gets the shot away and beats Hadfield to put the Tigers on the clock at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. We were just talking about Myrna at the back of the play there with a bit of hacking and whacking. Myrna's either really mixing it up or really getting agitated by Telford players. Had a little bit of an exchange with Dan Scott at the back of the play there. At the centre circle, he had a tie-in with Davis, but Clarkson in the meantime drives the net, lets the shot go, and goal number 1 goes on the clock at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Just goes deflecting into the corner. So now Plant walks in, puts it onto the back post. Into the slot, a reach forward. Hadfield clutches at it. Silverthorne celebrating. You saw Hadfield read to the puck. Look at Hadfield face, the netminder. Not happy at all. A power play goal by the looks of it. 1 minute 44 seconds of the penalty was still remaining, so just 16 seconds in, they converted. You saw Silverthorne hanging over the netminder there. And as a result, the Tigers go 2-0 up on 8 minutes and 33 seconds. A quick conversion of the power play for Jason Silverthorne. Hadfield collapsed on the puck and he just managed to get it underneath him. Telford Tigers versus Sheffield Steel Dogs, 10 minutes 54 seconds played. 2-0 to the Tigers. One of them was a power play goal from Silverthorne. The other was an early opportunity on 2 minutes 47 seconds from Doug.
Oh, and a brilliant goal from Myrna!
And Myrna picks up the puck, finds a spot just to the right-hand side of Gospel. And now the Sheffield Steel Dogs counter that Telford attack on 11 minutes exactly. And now the score sits at 2-1 with Myrna picking his spot just to the right of Sam Gospel, getting between the leg pad and the post as Myrna looks at it.
Well, whatever he was saying in the walk-up, that face-off worked because he had a plan and he stuck to it.
I love that when a player talks to his teammates, look, this is what I want, and then you just see that play happen and the goal comes about because of it. Telford standing them up in neutral ice really well.
A
good deflection from Danny Rose forward to Joe Aston, deflects off the boards, picked up now by Sheffield as they drive back in. Myrna tries to tip it over to Kirk. And what happened there on the back of the plane? Neutralised.
Murner again. He's just skidded
Kalina now, 1-0. Drives in, tries to get the shot away. Good body positioning by the defence. I think that was a good defensive play from the Steel Dogs. If your referee's not going to call those 50-50, that was a good defensive play from the Steel Dogs, holding up Kalina, getting in his way, causing traffic. Silverthorne shoots and scores in the top right-hand corner, taking it over the left shoulder of Hadfield into that net area. Hadfield looking back at his bench. Silverthorne bought his time, delayed it, picked his spot and popped it in that top shelf over the shoulder of Hadfield, putting Telford's third goal in the net. This one timed at 17 minutes and 13 seconds. The second goal of the night from Jason Silverthorne. So a 2-goal cushion for the Tigers in period 1, Alan.
That's probably the first defensive error I've seen Sheffield make.
Macaulay Haywood working round the back of the net. Held up there by Corey Goodison. Up to the point, Smith gets the shot away, takes deflection into the corner. Zajac tries to hold up, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving going on there once again between Cumiliascus. Clarkson on the backhand.
Well, he was going all the way there. And
he was on his backhand, he just tried to flip it over, but it didn't get net bound. Clarkson forward, Davis gets a first time shot away, takes a bit of a deflection from a stick and goes up into the glass.
I was going to say he was leaning. Oh, and Clarkson's got it again.
And there it is, high slot, picks his spot, fires it home, and goal number 4, the second of the night from Doug Clarkson. 2 for Silverthorne, 2 for Clarkson. And 4-1 the scoreline. The goal scored at 24 minutes and 20 seconds.
I'm a little bit surprised in all this because, and I mean this in the nicest possible sense, I expected more from Sheffield tonight.
Yeah.
I was speaking to some of the supporters before the game, and I said, you know, my own personal opinion is this could go either way tonight. This could be very, very close.
Through to Clarkson, shoots, goes slightly wide to the left of post. The pass comes out from the back of the net from Davis, who's now hovering on the back post. The puck's down low, goes up to Rose, tries to get it across, pad save. McEwen picks the puck up, it's bobbling around at his feet, taps it out to Rose, hits a bobbling puck, and Davis picks up the rebound of Hadfield, and it goes in the back of the net. Oh no, it's been washed off. Davis was in the crease at the time of the goal.
Okay.
So it was player in the crease.
Good call.
As you saw that, what happened was the shot came in, the bobbling puck was there, the backhand went across, Hadfield saved the puck, but because Davis had got his feet in the crease before the puck, as he popped it in the back of the net, it was disallowed, and rightly so by referee Clackman. So it stays at 4-1. The Telford Tigers, 1 minute and 35 seconds left with the man advantage. Now, Morgan. Cross to Bossa, shoots into traffic, picked up by Macaulay Haywood, and of course the ex-Tiger, Macaulay Haywood, picks up a power play goal on just 10 seconds. 2 beautifully executed power play. The first one by the Tigers, scoring on 16 seconds. Macaulay Haywood there, scoring, getting the rebound in front of Sam Goswell in that slot area, popping it home after 10 seconds of the power play. Time of goal for number 7, Macaulay Haywood. Scored at 35 minutes and 28 seconds, bringing it back to 4-2. It's only a 2-goal game, although watching it, it does feel like Telford have a greater advantage than just a couple of goals, Alan.
They have the unfortunate ability to make a game look like that, and it comes back to bite them on many occasions.
Yeah.
Sitting back, relaxing on a big lead, unfortunately.
Yeah. A bit of a tie-up there with Kalina and Kirk. Delayed offside. Sheffield players have been shouted at by the linesman to clear the zone.
Kirk is giving it to Kalina, but when he's doing it back, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's a hard game, this.
It is. Kirk drives forward, delays it through. Bossas walks in, shoots and scores! And suddenly now Sheffield take the momentum of that power play goal, and they pop another one in at 35 minutes and 59 seconds. 31 seconds after the last goal, and now, Alan, at 4-3, it's a 1-goal game. Suddenly that power play goal, that momentum, the drive forward, Kirk through to Bossas, picked his spot in the bottom right-hand corner, and suddenly you got a game of hockey on your hands.
Well, you know, we said earlier the Tigers are always guilty of sitting back too early when they have a lead, and they've done it again, and they've let the Steel Dogs in.
Goes it into the slot and a stick lift. Sheffield are brilliant to that stick lift. How many times have we seen Telford's shooting opportunity taken away by a stick lift in the high slot?
It's old school stuff. And now here's a break, and it's
Murner comes across. Bossas tees up. Murner goes for the shot and picks the spot himself. You said it yourself, a short-handed goal. We've seen it time and time again with the Telford Telford Tigers, but now Sheffield really rolling with momentum with a goal on 38 minutes and 8 seconds brings this back now to a tied game of ice hockey, Alan.
That was an absolutely magical goal. Well taken. I was just going to say to Myrna, he's a hard guy, he's a sportsman. He went to shake Dan Scott's hand there and put his hand up to apologise. It was the absolute right thing to do, and he's man enough to do it. He went out, got the breakaway, and pinpoint. It was a safe.
He got Bossas as another option as well, but he felt confident.
Style goal.
Yeah, he felt confidence. He bided his time. He waited for Gospel to set and then pick the spot. Tate takes it round into the corner. Silverthorne. Shot comes in front, the puck's bouncing around, it's loose in the slot. Jones picks it up, headman's it to Plant. You've got a one-on-one. And a good back check from Macaulay Hayward. Plant gets the puck back into the slot, but unfortunately Warren Tate, who was the guy coming in, was just a little bit late. 30 seconds remaining in period 2. And a goal comes in from Doug Clarkson, and he celebrates to the fans, and that was a well-needed goal from the Telford Tigers to switch momentum back in the direction. It's the hat-trick tonight for Doug Clarkson. 5-4 the scoreline now as the Telford Tigers score on 39 minutes and 36 seconds. The third hat-trick goal of the night for Doug, not the third hat-trick, that'd be the 9th goal. Yeah. The third goal of the night, or the hat-trick from Doug Clarkson. And to be fair, that will really do the Telford bench a favour, because if they were to have lost this period 3-1, the same as they won the first one, it puts them on the back foot. But now it's sort of edged the advantage again, Alan.
I just looked over at the bench and a couple of the furrows were removed from the brow of Tom Watkins because he's had a frown on his face for the last 10 minutes. Yeah. Quite rightly so.
Now, Myrna pushing and shoving. That's cheap shots there in the direction of McEwen. There's 3 seconds remaining. The shot comes from Bossas, goes into Sam Gospel, and the hooter goes. And the final score is the Telford Tigers 5, the Sheffield Steel Dogs 4.
Now let's take a look at the action of the Telford Tigers versus Guildford Flames, played on the 11th of December 2016.
Referee Matthews indicates to the bench, raises his arm and drops the puck on the first period as the Telford Tigers take on the Guildford Flames. Kalina, Silverthorne, Plant are the first line of the Telford forwards. Davis on the left side. Now, just in front of you saw the net's come off, but will the netminder pull it back on? Yes, he will, as he turns back.
Ericsson, the danger man's away down that wing again.
Puts it down the board. Satek picks it up. McEwen gets there, holds him up. Rose and McEwen battling for the puck. McEwen kicks it forward to try and find Oakford. He just taps the puck off the wall, goes back into the corner again. Pressure coming from Ericsson. Clarkson catches the puck. Long stretch pass to Davis. Davis tips it over. McEwen comes in with a rocket to the top left-hand side, beating Deanskins. A beautiful execution. The puck almost bounced through to McEwen. McEwen got underneath it, tapped it in the top shelf, and Deanskins, by the time he realised that bouncing bomb was coming in his direction, it was in the back of the net. The first goal of the night for the Telford Tigers against the run of play. 7 minutes and 32 seconds. Goal scored by McEwen. Corey McEwen, the goal scorer. Beautiful pass from the defence, heading it forward to Davis. Davis tapping it on.
It was marvellously worked right from their own end and laid right into the path of McEwen from to shoot it into that top corner.
Picked up by Zajac. D-to-D pass across to Jones. Back to Zajac.
And it's dumped in. Some sort of play. I had a word with Sam Zajac in the interval there, and he said, yes, oh, hang on a sec, here he is. Oh, shot straight at the pad.
The puck's loose in the slot, and Myers just clears it out to the right side. And that was quite a hit there, coming in the direction of young Joe Aston, who picks up the puck, shoots, and it just takes a deflection from Ericsson's stick and just goes over the crossbar, but Aston almost getting himself on the score sheet there. The puck goes up into neutral ice. Caught by Davis. Jones, sorry. Jones to Davis. It's like a Welsh rugby, isn't it?
And there's a rebound. Silverthorne picks it up.
Waits, shoots,
and then
Silverthorne picks it up, and Silverthorne got the the shot away. Skin saved it. The puck was loose at Silverthorne's skate. You saw them looking around for the puck, and it just deflects out. We can see it plain as day, but the players are above the puck, and Silverthorne comes in, pulls it on his backhand, fires it home in the top right-hand corner, and suddenly Telford on the score clock again. 23 minutes and 37 seconds. The sniper that is Jason Silverthorne pulling that puck back onto his backhand, firing it home to the top right to put the Telford Tigers 2-0 up on 23 minutes and 37 seconds.
Well, I saw Cahorn in a wide open space, and I was willing Silverthorne to pass it to Cahorn, and he just sort of sidestepped it, got the space for himself, and put it away himself.
Opened it up. Plant, Kalina, Oakford. And you almost got young Joe Aston getting himself on the clock as well.
Yep. Got Zajac in back up. No, takes nothing.
Sends it round into the corner. I think.
Well, there was a chance there, Paul. He could have dropped it or taken the shot himself, but it ended up in the corner for one reason or the other. Well, it's not abundantly clear. And now that's offside. No, but it's robbed again now by Kalina. And he's got
Kalina drives forward. Plant drives in. The puck goes across the front into the corner. Note from Emily that says, seems like the Flames are missing David Savage tonight. And yeah, I would say in defence that's a fair shout.
Yep.
Kalina. Switches side, goes in front of Silverthorne, puts another one in the back of the net. Kalina working the puck. Plant and Silverthorne celebrating just in the slot as Jason Silverthorne puts himself on the clock for goal number 3 at 27 minutes and 6 seconds. Bar 20 seconds, a complete period after the first goal for the Telford Tigers. And look at the momentum now. You've got 3-0 on the clock, and Guildford are just skating around and say, again?
What I'm seeing here, though, Paul, Guildford are not playing bad hockey. They're not doing anything catastrophically wrong. You know what I mean?
Laura's tweeted as well to say, sharp commentary tonight, boys. Sad to be missing the game. And Laura at the moment is watching the game as they drive forward again. And you see McEwen drive on the left side. Drops into neutral ice. Clarkson picks it up. Great pass forward to McEwen across to Davis. Davis
skated for the...
Yeah, directed wide. Good defensive play from Phillips then, forcing him out wide to the boards. Keeping him away from that danger area. Picks it out of the air. Davis drives in. Gives it to Clarkson. Shoots. I thought that hit the netminder's helmet. Obviously, it was a shoulder pad.
Clarkson's got to be more clinical than that, because that was another golden opportunity.
That was a great piece of passing there between Davis, McEwen and Clarkson, but didn't make it into the net. Rose with a big hit on the wall there. And a goal from the Guildford Flames. It was picked up.
I think it's McKinney, is it? Yep.
I thought it was Malonska. But a drive forward down the left side.
Maslonka, you'll get told off.
Maslonka took it against the wall. The defenseman came up to play the body. The puck was picked up. The Guildford Flames drove, beat Sam Gospel to his right side, the left side as we look at it. The Guildford Flames get themselves off the mark on the scoring at 39 minutes and 45 seconds. So nearly at the end of the second period for the Flames to get their first goal. Now the thing is, because there's only 10 seconds left, it was Andy McKinney was the scorer. The assist and the play was made by Malonska, and as a result of that, the problem Guildford have now is the period has ended. Got to say hi as well to Tammy, Tegan and Lucy Worthing are cheering on the Tigers at home. Let's go Tigers, they say.
Hi guys.
At icing_tonight is the Twitter feed if you want to mention on the show. If you send it to my personal one, chances are I won't see it till the end of the game. Goes over the top there. Jones passes the puck forward. Waller. We haven't seen much of him tonight.
No.
Myers on the backhand.
We've not mentioned Satek again, neither, have we?
I did when he went down. Oh, and a drive! The puck comes through to the slot, and you saw the celebration on Guildford's face as the puck was picked up in the slot. Hemmings picked it up, fired it home past Gospel to the top right-hand corner, and now you've got a game on your hands. 3-2 the score lines. Hemmings the goal scorer. Time of goal, 45 minutes and 52 seconds, which I imagine would see a few Guildford fans on their feet watching the game at the moment, as now the game becomes well and truly within reach of the Flames.
That's it, back to 3-2. It's amazing, isn't it, what one goal does to a game.
We haven't had any Christmas songs yet, have we?
No. When's the Christmas jumper thing as well?
Next weekend, next Saturday, Christmas jumper. You've got to watch it. If we've got to wear them, you've got to watch them. That's the deal.
Can I wear a hat instead?
As well, you have to wear a Christmas jumper out. In fact, Primark will have some, you'll be all right.
And the middle name's Bar Humbug.
Yeah, I know. You can get a black and white Bar Humbug one.
Can you?
Yeah. Designed for the more miserable Geordie amongst the planet. Now, a drive forward from Guildford. Campbell in the spot. Picks it up and fires it. There's that third goal. And we talked about momentum switching in Guildford to capitalise, and suddenly 48. Campbell picks up a goal on 46 minutes and 58 seconds. Less than a minute after the last goal.
Well, Paul, we just said after that goal,
a minute and 4 seconds.
We just said they've got to keep the momentum going, and they've absolutely done that. They've capitalised on the previous goal, if that makes sense, and they've got
just
another one on
the
back.
body language of the Telford fans stood in front of us, and there's that look of disappointment, that hold your head as you can see Guildford now. They're lined up first. They come to all guns blazing. Look at the grin on Andy Hemmings' face.
Boy, how the momentum is turning here.
And now Telford need to do something to switch it back round to make a game of this. Otherwise, Guildford, who now see a drive forward now from Melchorino. Here we go, overtime. The next goal's the winner. Referee Matthews drops the puck. Silverthorne wins the draw. Back to Zajac. Pushes forward. Davis carries it over the blue line. Dumps it deep. Silverthorne picks it up. Back to Davis.
Zajac.
So much more space. Zajac from the top of the point. Over to Kalina. Silverthorne's in the slot. Zajac fires. Davis.
4-on-4 now. So they'll play 4-on-4 till the next
stoppage of play, then it drops to 3-on-3. So Silverthorne puts it across corner to corner. Telford maintaining possession. They're hanging on to the puck. Silverthorne on the backhand. Goes for the top shelf, gets the puck high. Skins, shot goes in his direction. And a shot comes in for Kalina. Look at that celebration in front of us. He was screened by Silverthorne. Silverthorne comes across the front. The shot comes from the point from Milan Kalina. His teammates come over and celebrate on the boards. And it was that. And I tell you, the biggest play there was Silverthorne screening Skins as the shot went in. Dean Skins has no recognition of where it was coming from because Silverthorne was stood square in front of him, screening him, and Kalina's shot gives an overtime win for the Telford Tigers.
Game started fairly even, took great control in the second period. You must have felt quite comfortable coming out at the end of the second.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, it's disappointing when you give up that goal with, 10-15 seconds to go. But I went in the room and said to the boys, we won the period, we dominated, and I felt for 2 periods we were certainly the best team on the ice without a shadow of a doubt. Like I say, last minute, you don't want to give up someone, you don't want to give that momentum away going into the third. And it gave them something to play for. And you know what, we were tired. Some sloppy mental errors. And playing the amount of minutes that some of the guys have played over the last week. It's been tough, but I just said to the boys, I love our character, our strength of mind. We never beat, no matter what happens. There's no panic.
The Telford Tigers taking on the Hull Pirates. This game was played on the 17th of December, 2016.
So when a goal is scored, you will see a plethora of teddies get launched onto the ice for charity, and then there'll be a short interlude as Santa and his little helpers will collect them, and they'll go to the nearest charity. I'm laughing because Alan's filling his face with mince pies as referee Matthews drops the puck, goes back, Hull on the attack. Osman, Silverthorne comes across the front.
The Telford guys are taking themselves out here. Plants in front, can't get anything on it. As Hull just managed to bring it out and launch an attack themselves.
Drives in, shoots, and hits the top right-hand side. It was Lasek that walked in, and here go the Teddies as they're tossed onto the ice for the charity fundraiser. It was Lasek that drives his way through. So the players set up for the game to continue. 8 minutes and 16 seconds played. Off the draw, the puck deflects up into the air. Gent drops it back to the defence. Kirk plays it off the boards, but kept in on delayed offside. Whoop. Delayed offside now. Lasek puts it deep into the end zone, just ahead of his forward, but that allows...
Oh, and a giveaway there.
A turnover comes in.
Goes for the wrap.
Carries it around the net.
All the way around.
Martin Andre. And carries forward by Lasek. Shoots and scores! And you'd got Scissors screening the defenceman in front, and Hull find themselves 2 goals up, 10 minutes and 50 seconds.
Well, just allow me to say there, what was Lasek allowed to do? He was skating like a session skater, round and round.
Round and round the board, cycling it round.
Nobody looked at him.
And what happened was, every time they lost possession, picked it up, and the work rate generated that goal, Alan.
But absolutely, but you know, Hull have really sprung since they scored that goal.
Plant now drives forward for the puck. Picks it up, looks in front. Kalina! And a hooked off the play. The penalty will go, but will it go as a penalty shot?
It has.
So,
it has.
Milan Kalina gets a penalty shot. We'll go from centre ice down onto the net. It was a hooking penalty, pulled away. You saw him come through. Plant had got the pass to him. He looked to give it across. Hull felt they had no other option but to pull him down.
No pressure on either of them here, but Kalina was very relaxed, Kalina.
He switches side to side.
Very relaxed.
Fakes and finds the top right-hand side. Indicates to the fans.
Thought that was very, very relaxed, that penalty shot. I thought, don't be too clever here, Sunshine.
And he was chilled with it. He found his spot.
He did the job, yeah. He did the job well. And like you say, Paul, now that goal has got in, how will it affect Mark? How will it affect the rest of the
One of the things that always stands out with me for Kalina as well, he celebrates his goal to the fans. Yeah. Tamar now puts it cross ice. Salem sets up in front of the net, walks in, rocket of a shot, straight into the back of the net, and a power play goal from Nathan Salem, finding the spot to the right of Gospel and inside that left-hand post, about halfway up the net, straight into the back. You heard the rattle off the post, and now the Hull Pirates go up on a power play goal from 91 Nathan Salem, timed at 33 minutes and 1 second. Salem intercepts but loses his stick in the process. Osman goes across. Martin, and he pushes it, and he's got a penalty for it. But will Clarkson stand for it? But actually now, Clarkson, it was a delayed penalty goal, and suddenly it's cost Hull. That cheap play, pushing Clarkson over, has cost a goal, and I'd be watching my back for the next period.
But was that a delayed penalty?
Delayed penalty goal, yeah. Which gives the Telford Tigers...
Who got that one?
I didn't even see who finished it. I was watching the clock, the altercation. Let's wait for the announcement. I think Kalina's got to tell because the referee was watching everything that we were, and that was the Martin Andre Clarkson.
9 minutes and 50 seconds by number 26.
Silverthorne.
Matty Davis. Matty Davis was the finish. He fired it home on the delayed penalty.
28.
Well, how about that then? Because all I saw was Andre pushing
Clarkson over, and then because the goal was scored,
Clarkson put the big hit on Andre first of all.
Yeah, he did.
Pushed him back and fell over,
and he just gives him the two-hander. Yeah. And now Lasek being held up by Silverthorne and gets a penalty for it. But Kalina goes in, and suddenly now it goes nuts, and Kalina's feeding him on the ice, and Osman comes in as well, and Kalina's not backing off. He's throwing right hooks in, and I tell you what, Kalina gets a clear win on that one, but it could well get him hoofed out the game as the two go toe-to-toe. The late hit comes in, Kalina's not standing for it, goes in, and Lasek still chirping in Kalina's direction. Now how will the referee call this one, as we've got the Royal Rumble with Kalina going in, stepping up for his teammate, Lasek being directed towards the bench, and Lasek's out of the game by the looks of it, which suggests Kalina might be as well. So there's 1 minute left on the whole penalty, which isn't showing on the clock. So we'll let you know when we return to full strength. It'll either be a Telford goal or 6 minutes exactly on the clock of the return. Silverthorne curls in the middle, shoots and scores! A power play goal. I think it was Silverthorne. It may have been Zajac. The two of them celebrate together, and now the Telford Tigers get a power play goal. The Sex penalty expires because of the goal. Beautifully executed. It took them 18 seconds of that 1 minute power play to convert it into a goal. And now at the Telford Ice Rink, you've got a game on your hands, Alan, as we tie it up to 3-3.
Well, absolutely. You know, we're seeing this. We saw last week against Guildford. It went level at the end. Long way to go yet, Paul, but as we always say, from a spectator's point of view, from a commentary point of view, from sheer entertainment value, 3-3 is a great score.
It's an awesome scoreline. And now Telford got a man advantage for the next 2 minutes.
They haven't scored a clean goal all night apart from the penalty. That's the thing, Paul. And
Yeah.
they've got to put that right. Here we go.
Plant on the puck. He's got all the time in the world. To McEwen on the back post. And McEwen fires it home. Silverthorne was hovering. Plant's pass was exquisite. If I'm honest, what was going through my mind then was shoot at the puck. Rick, shoot the puck. But no, he bided his time. And as the perfect playmaker, passes it to McEwen. Takes Marr across the puck. McEwen fires it in behind him. And Telford take the lead on 46 minutes and 34 seconds. Who'd have thought we'd start the period like this, Alan?
Well, absolutely. I mean, Telford have come back into this by hook or by crook, and they've got the go-ahead goal in the third period.
Plant takes it beautifully, drives down the left side, pulls it in front, gets the backhand, and Marr made the save. And as he saves the puck, it's visible to Silverthorne as he skates in the slot and picks up the loose puck, takes it high into the top shelf, over the pads of Marr, and Marr will be so frustrated. He came up with an amazing save on the backhand of Rick Plant. Silverthorne follows him in, sees the puck in front of his pad, picks it up in the top shelf, and now Telford taking a 2-goal lead. Or we could put you forward. Oh, what a shot! The shot goes high, and Gospel reaches his blocker up and taps the puck, stopping it going into the top shelf, and it just bounces off the top of the net. And what a save! That could have been a chance. The puck comes, and this time the pass comes across from the sec. Haywood puts it in the back of the net, and you could see that one coming. It was a power play goal for the Hull Pirates, timed at 51 minutes and 2 seconds.
I think Lasek
it was inevitable. It was Lasek passed it out. Haywood put it in, I think. And Macca says,
now we've got a 2-on-1. We've got
Davies comes in, back post.
Oh, it's gone in!
And it's in. Now is it disputed? It was Cahorn and Davies that drive through. We've seen short-handed goals time and time again, and what a time to do it. You've got your defenceman in the box, you've got an import ejected for abuse of official, and then you're short-handed, and you take that straight to the opposition and put it in behind Marr, giving you a 2-goal lead, 6-4 the score. Cahorn was the scorer, Davies was the playmaker, and how many times have we seen it? 3 times. Tamar swings at the puck, misconnects. Cahorn goes, Tate's with him, shoots, and scores! At 18:50, another short-handed goal. Cahorn the scorer for the Telford Tigers. And how many times, Alan, have we said short-handed plays into the hands of the talent and the space in Telford Ice Rink for the Telford Tigers?
Well, we've seen it, we've said it time and time again, how many short-handed goals. I'm going to find a statistic out for the next home game. Telford Tigers have scored so many short-handed goals, and again, I think, against the run of play, you know.
So some great Christmas ice hockey action and not bad Christmas jumpers either. Next week, we'll be having a look at January 17 on Icing Tonight and have a chat to a couple of the Tigers players, including Sam Oakford and Gareth O'Flaherty. Next Wednesday from 7 on Made in Birmingham. Sends it up to the point. Silverthorne off the boards, gets the break, goes with him. Silverthorne puts it onto the back post. Puts it into the back post, and it goes forward from Macaulay Haywood, having the right hand over the top, throwing it in, and Miller's going toe to toe, and he's got 3 or 4 headshots, and then drags him down. Still has it. Zabo being sort of marked out the game by Tom, and the shot comes from forward now. Babrea with Plant. Babrea walks in, shoots,
And he picks up his own rebound and
Zabo, and he's not happy about that. It was a late hit to hit from behind, and you see the players